In this segment, we're going to talk about activities for language stimulation, or ways to develop language and communication skills. As we discuss the activities for language stimulation, you'll hear us talking about typical development of speech and language, the importance of repetition, allowing the child time and opportunities to respond, and prompting. As with any First Steps Early Intervention services, our primary purpose is to teach or coach the parents so they can provide listening and communication opportunities for their child during their everyday activities. We must be comfortable talking about and demonstrating these activities to parents, as well as mentoring them through this process.
This right here is for implant children. So this is his auditory. This is what he should be doing. He's right in the middle of this, 4 to 6 months. So maybe if you just kept this one on your refrigerator, and it will remind you, looks at objects, when a sound is made, starts to learn about cause and effect, yes. Frequently localizes sound, source with header. He's doing all these things. I would say this is 4 months to 6 months. So we're probably right along in this area right here. So that'll help you know what should he be doing at this 5 months post-implant. So maybe putting that on your refrigerator, just rip it off and put this one, and then after the 6 months, put the 7 to 9.
As we begin to think about language stimulation for children who have hearing loss, we must first consider and understand the normal process of language acquisition and understand as much as possible what the child can hear. Does the child perceive speech information, or does he only perceive patterns or intonation of speech? We must remember that a typically developing infant usually has about an entire year of auditory input or listening before we begin to expect them to use their first words. From the start, in all our activities, we need to think of ways to link listening to expression. Another thing we need to remember is that language involves function as well as form. What does the child want to communicate? The child can simply name an object, or request an object, or make a comment about an object.
I want a heart.
You want a heart? I don't know if there's a heart in there. You see
heart.
something red, don't you?
Yeah.
You know what that is? Oh, those are bells.
Oh.
Jingle,
Bell.
jingle,
Bell.
jingle all the...
Way.
We need to provide many repetitions and opportunities for the child to hear and see the information. Even typically developing infants and toddlers require a great deal of repetition for building their vocabularies and language skills. So how do we begin this task of language stimulation? First, it's important to talk to the child in a normal volume and tone of voice. Conversational speech is generally considered to be about 60 to 65 decibels, and we want the child to be able to respond to normal conversational speech. It's important to use facial expression and natural body language as you play with the child. Imitation is very important to this process. We begin by imitating the actions and sounds that the child makes, and then encouraging the child to imitate our actions and sounds by playing different games. We associate sounds and words with listening activities, toys, actions, and routines. Just as typically developing children learn early communication skills, we work to make our vocalizations meaningful by pairing them with toys and activities.
White and orange.
Elizabeth has on white and orange, and Taylor has...
I the pink.
You've got the pink! Here, let's just go ahead and find all of the pink flags and put them on. Here, get all of the pink and put them in. Let's see if we can make it work. All right, here's another pink one. Come on, let's see if we can get it.
Here come baby daddy.
You gotta put the flags
Come
in.
on, let's get more flags. Keep going.
Vocally, we can use acoustic highlighting by emphasizing important sounds, words, or aspects of words. This may involve increasing the duration of the sound or syllable, emphasizing certain words, or accenting different vocal features. During activities, we always want to make and maintain eye contact, as well as encourage joint attention or regard.
Listen. Listen. Good job. Hello. Listen. What is that? It's money. Wink, wink. Oh, out. Out. Out.
Several strategies for expanding language function might include working on naming and requesting. During snack or mealtime, give the child only a small amount of food and have him practice requesting more or using please. To work on naming family members or common objects, places, or actions, you can use a photo album with real pictures or simple picture books. During activities, even with babies, we can offer gestures or signs to establish and support a language base. As the child understands more through listening, we can decrease the use of gestures and signs. Once the basic skills are established, it's important to work simultaneously on comprehension and expression. As a child's vocabulary grows, we can expand the child's length of utterances through modeling and imitation. During these activities, we provide numerous opportunities for the child to use language through adult prompts.
Oh, thank you.
Mommy, put one back in.
A blue one?
Yeah. Mommy, put yellow one back in.
Mommy put the yellow one back in.
And blue one. And yellow one.
Can Paula put the blue one in?
Pink.
Oh.
Oh, put the pink one back in.
Another strategy is to encourage choice making. Give the child a choice between two things, like do you want milk or water? Practice naming what the child wants. Don't give him what he wants without a communication attempt. Withhold the toy or activity until the child indicates want with a sign or tells you what he wants via a sign or pointing or vocalization.
Do you want one?
Okay.
Okay. Remember last time we had to take off the
Paper.
Take the paper off.
the paper. Where do you want it? Okay. Where do you want to stick it? You want
Put
it
it
on
on your hand or your sweatshirt?
on your sweatshirt?
No.
No?
No.
You just want to hold
Do you
it?
want it on Mom's hand?
On your nose?
Is that funny?
No, it doesn't belong on your nose, does it? Well,
I can get some paper if you want.
let's see. What about right here? Would you like to put it on that? Okay.
Good job. Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Would you like for me to leave a few for Mom and you can put more on there later?
You see the
guess
choo-choo train in
what?
there? But that was not in back into
There is no choo-choo train. Remember we looked
Yep.
and there was no choo-choo.
That one.
You want that one?
Summer.
Another Santa Claus?
Here we go. But there's no choo-choo.
Again, we should think about typical development. What are the first words that children learn to say? And we have to consider what the child with a hearing loss can hear. As we target animal sounds, think about their features. For example, moo for a cow has low frequency information and is a continuous sound. We can increase the duration to add emphasis and information. For a dog barking, like roof, 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 this is a repeated syllable, so the child may get the pattern information. The sound s for a snake contains high frequency information. For body parts, the words nose and eyes contain mostly vowel and diphthong information, which is often easier to hear. Because the vowels and diphthongs are more easily heard, these sounds and patterns are often easier to learn and recall.
You know what? Oh, I don't know about that. I think that looks a little funny. What do you think goes there?
Pedal.
Yeah, but look, let's start. Can you get the black shoes?
Yes.
Can you get the black shoes?
Good.
All right, let's put those on his. They go down here.
On the bottom, can you put his shoes on first? Oh, see that? Goes in the hole. Good.
Push.
Yeah.
Now he can stand.
Pedal.
He can potato. Try it. Potato.
Pedal.
Do you see them? Do you see the teeth? Where are they? Good.
That's it. All right, let's get those in. Okay.
All right.
Push.
Good.
Push. Okay. Find the little
Can you
nose.
find a little nose?
All right, stick that in.
Cute.
Early developing consonants, such as M in mama, D in dada, B in baba, and N in nana, are easily seen on the face and lips and might be more easy for a child to learn and recall. We should also practice intonation patterns that have meaning, such as uh-oh. We can do this using blocks by building them up and knocking them down, playing a drop-it game, and other activities that provide opportunities to say the word uh-oh.
He's starting to stack because I'd like to see him stack.
No, he just knocked him down.
Say I clap. But you know what? If you knock him down, that's a good time to say uh-oh. Licking. Uh-oh.
Landon.
Uh-oh.
His ears.
Put it inside. Oh! Oh! Did you throw it? You threw it. Uh-oh. 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 But, you know, his motivation is walking. He just learned to walk. There it goes. Uh-oh. 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 Do you want it? Want? Yeah, you like that, don't you?
In therapy, we work with toys and language related to the child's daily routine. We can ask about the child's preferences for toys or characters or activities and build on these. We add redundancy as we go from toy to toy and activity to activity. For example, you find the noses on all the family members, and then Elmo, other stuffed toys, and people and animals in pictures. We use short common phrases with the young children, and as the child gets older and has proper amplification and capability, we expect them to more readily imitate words and phrases.
Nice jobs taking turns. All right, tell me.
Set, go.
Do ready.
Say ready, set, go.
Go.
Ready,
Set, go.
ready.
Set, go.
Can you say ready first?
Ready, set, go.
You did it! I'm so proud of you. Give me 5. Boom!
Once the child has a core vocabulary, we work to build more vocabulary. Most first words are usually nouns, like dog or baby. Then we add verbs like eat or sleep, and adjectives like dirty or big, then conjunctions to expand or join phrases together. We model and expect imitation as we go along, and we increase our expectation for the accuracy of the child's imitation as the child's skills improve. We expand utterances that the child produces so that he's using longer and longer utterances.